Bodycam is the most insane game I've ever played in my life, and that's not just because of the fire soundtrack. This shooter is truly the most immersive game I have ever played. From hearing the wind blow past me whenever I'm running, to how insanely loud the gunshots are. Also, not to mention the hyper-realistic graphics and extremely detailed environments, as well as the amazing job they did on the lighting. This shooter, published by only a 17 and 20-year-old in France, is pushing the boundaries of what we call a realistic shooter, and paving the way for other games like it in the future. There's truly nothing else like it in the market right now. And I really gotta say, I'm having a blast with this new and unique first-person shooter experience. If this is how shooters look in the future, sign me up, because Bodycam is so much fun. Bodycam launched last Friday with 3 game modes. One being a 6v6 mode called Body Bomb, which is kind of like their spin on a search and destroy, which could use a little tweaking because you can plant the bomb anywhere and at any time, meaning you can literally plant the bomb in your spawn right whenever the round starts, which makes the opposing team at a huge disadvantage because they only have 1 minute to defuse it. And believe me, once you pick it up to defuse it, it takes forever to put in the code to defuse the bomb. It's blown up in my hand multiple times, but all in all, it's not a bad game mode. The second game mode, being Team Deathmatch, is a little different from most traditional team deathmatches. It's also 6v6. It's also round based like Search and Destroy, but without a bomb. And first team to win 10 times wins the match. There's also a free-for-all mode called Deathmatch that I believe you have to get 30 kills to win. But until Body Bomb gets some work done to it, I think I'll just stick to Team Deathmatch. Also, all game modes do not have a custom loadout system. I do not know if there's plans in the future to maybe add a custom loadout system, but for now, every round you switch loadouts. I guess maybe it's their way of avoiding a meta, and it makes you get a little out of your comfort zone, which is kind of refreshing. I mean, most games, you kind of feel like you have to run the meta or you're at a disadvantage, and that's a feature in the game I'm kind of liking. The game also launched with 5 maps, not including the shooting range. The one featured in the video so far is called Warren House, which is probably my favorite. It's an abandoned 2-story level house, consisting of 2 stories and a basement, where either team can enter to the ground floor or the second floor. However, only one side has easy access to the roof, which is a bit of an unfair advantage, but holy shit, check out those ragdolls. Another map called Russian Building is a giant square with a courtyard in the middle. It's also 2 stories, but it seems like an old abandoned Russian school, which definitely comes second place in my list. The third also being a very good map called Airsoft House. It's like an airport hangar with tons of plywood set up like buildings. The fourth map, Tumblewood, is what I would say is probably the biggest map in the game. It takes place in a large forest, and there's tons of shade for cover. The last map is called Oil Rig. I see a lot of people saying it's based off of the Modern Warfare 2 map. I didn't play much Modern Warfare 2, so I don't really know, but I'd say it's a pretty good map. I haven't played much of the map, but it feels like there's like 5 levels. So the launch maps are pretty good, but I mean, there's only 5 of them, so who knows how long it's going to take to get bored of them. The one thing all the maps do have in common though, is that it's a showcase of what the Unreal Engine 5 can really do. And they push the realism to the max where we've never seen it before. They also capture vibes of a realistic scenario that also have elements of horror. I will be showing off a couple clips of every map in this video, but I also want to talk about what makes this game unique and stand out against other shooters, other than just how the game plays and how it pushes realism. This game also features an extremely unique feature that I've never seen in a game before either, and that is to spectate as a drone. That is until somebody shoots you out of the sky, but you can still give your teammates callouts. You can even light their asses up with a flashlight and expose the enemy in the darkness. This is an awesome way to be helpful to your team after you die. This game also has a ranking system which I do not understand yet, but every time I boot up the game, my rank goes down, so I guess the player base is growing, so that's good. There's also a shop where you can spend in-game currency, which you get from, I think, getting more kills in-game, which also gets me a bit worried about microtransactions in the future, but I mean, it's only cosmetics. As unique and as fun as this game is to play, there's also some bad. But I mean, with every good title, there's always bugs that can be ironed out. My biggest gripe with the game right now is it's very hard to find a game. I don't know if it's maybe a lack of players in my region, but at all times there's no more than like maybe 10 games that are in lobby. There has to be more than that. And most of the times whenever it says the lobbies aren't full, you click on it and you get booted straight out, and it's really annoying. even if there's like 6 out of 10 players in the lobby. I guess maybe because everybody else is trying to join the game at the same time. I mean, it is a popular game. Maybe they even have limited servers. I mean, whenever you do get into a game, it's very rare that people are ever using comms, so it gets kind of boring. It also makes the team very inefficient. But I mean, that's not the developer's fault. My other concern is replayability. There is only 5 maps and a very light ranking system, so there's not a lot to work for other than cosmetics. And to be honest, I don't see a lot of players running around with cosmetics. However, the developers have released a roadmap, and I do have to say, boys, it is looking pretty beefy. With Quarter 2 adding some maps, bug fixes, and other performance improvements, that gives us something to look forward to, as well as Quarter 2 adding weapons, character skins, more maps, and a zombies mode. This game with zombies would be insane, as well as Q4 coming with a new game mode, and also more map and other content we might not know about yet. That, if they can pull it off, gives us a lot to look forward to. But all in all, this game made by just 2 kids is extremely polished for what it is. I mean, there's some weird clipping here and there, but this is like a new thing, like it's Unreal Engine 5. Not much has been done with it yet. This truly proves that any AA developer, if they have their vision and their mind put to what they want, they can go toe-to-toe with any AAA developer. So stop giving all your money to these AAA developers. They truly do not give a shit about what you want or really believe in any of their products. And start investing in small developers who truly have a passion in what they're making and really care about what their community thinks about their game. So if you do have $30 to spare, I think this is a good way to spend it. This game is truly a good time, and I think that if you are a fan of shooters, then you need to experience this game. And the more sales they make, the more content that they can come out with in the future. Also, if you bought Bodycam and you're looking for friends to play with, the Discord will be in the link below. People in my Discord also play other milsim games like Gray Zone Warfare, Squad, Arma, and other extraction shooters. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.